Hey guys, so today I'm super excited. We're going to be setting up a 300-gallon stock tank, and we're going to be taking down my 75-gallon, the 30-gallon that was in my room, the 20-gallon that was in my room, and also a 55-gallon. And we're going to be setting up the 300-gallon, like I said, and the 75-gallon out on my back porch with all my turtles in it. I am super excited. Let's get into this. I'll also be cleaning all that stuff in this video as well, and at the end there'll be a bit of a recap because I couldn't film everything because my phone kept dying, so that was kind of annoying, but it's really cool. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and let's get into this. Hey guys, so right now I'm doing a water change on this tank. By the way, all the goldfish are doing quite well. None of them have died, and Norman hasn't been able to catch any of them. And this tank's getting all covered in algae, but that's fine. I am cleaning this huge 294-gallon tub. And I think I can finally say, once the turtles are in here, that I can finally be like, and this is how you properly keep turtles, rather than be like, this tank's overstocked, because it will not be overstocked, okay? I kind of did the math, and I have 2 8-inch turtles that'll be going in here, and 3 5-inch turtles. So that'd be 150 gallons plus 160 gallons, which is 310, which is pretty much this. So it's a huge tub, bit of a surprise. My dad's boss, he just had it outside their warehouse, and I think they used it like once. I think what they used it for was they were delivering they were not delivering, but like moving oil or something, and they used it as the the catch thing if any came out or something. That's what I was told, but it doesn't look like it's ever been used. Like it's pretty much brand new. It's just been sitting out for a couple of years, so really hoping that it holds water. And right now I'm currently cleaning it, so I figured I might show you because I'm just sitting inside cleaning it. It's so crazy. It's just so crazy. As you can see, this thing's just absolutely huge. I'm just sitting inside of it. What I did is I just rinsed it out. It wasn't really dirty. Then I just washed it out and then rinsed it out again. And then here's me filling it up. Hey guys, so I figured you might want to see this. What I'm going to do for filtration on this huge tank is I'm going to take this tub and I am going to fill it with like filter stuff. And on the bottom, I'm just going to drill a bunch of holes, and then I'll set it over as like an over tank filter. So I have a pump that's I'll have a pump that's in the bottom, and then it'll pump up water into this, and then it'll drain right back down. So then there's tons of surface agitation of all the water falling back into the pond. And then as well, or I'm going to call it a pond, the galvanized tub. It's also going to have 2 sponge filters and a hang-on back filter as well. So then it has all different kinds of surface agitation, and it won't get stagnant, and it should be properly filtered. And what I think I'm going to do is fill this with I don't know, there's been a material that I've seen in the King of DIYs. He talked about it. I forget what it's called, but he said it was super cheap, so I might go try to find some. And then as well, I might put pothos in the filter as well, which I think that at some point so we're going to, this is my garage, it's really messy, but I think we're going to try to insulate it, and then I'll actually be able to keep that tub going all year round inside my garage during the winter. So if that happens, then I'll definitely have pothos and all different kinds of plants in it growing out here in the garage. But I just thought I might want to show you this. Okay, so I have the filter set up out there. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take this filter real quick and put it out there as well. And then these sponge filters will be going in as well as that. And then I'm going to take the goldfish that are out on the back porch in Norman's tank, and I'm going to transfer them into the pond using some big baggies that I have to temperature acclimate them, because the pond's actually pretty cold. It's colder than this, but I mean, both tanks are kind of, I don't think it's a bad temperature. That's kind of what I'm saying. I don't think it's way too cold that it'll hurt the fish or anything, especially since they're all goldfish. And the pleco seems to be doing pretty well in not a great, the pleco is supposed to be tropical, right? But they're found in Florida, and Florida doesn't stay, it gets down to relatively cold. And there's actually, like, I think a lot of the tropical fish like these can actually be fine without a filter, like those guppies and stuff, or without a heater, I'm saying. That's what I mean, not a filter. They all need filtration. The guppies were actually in with this guy who didn't have a heater, and they were just doing fine. So I think a lot of the fish that we say are tropical don't actually need a heater in your room, because it's like it's not actually as cold as you might think. And I kind of believe this because I watched a aquarium co-op video, and he's been to South America catching cory catfish and mollies and lots of plecos and stuff. And he basically said that it was really cold there, and you could see in the video, like, it was raining and like it was cold. So I think the pleco and the Siamese algae eater, or the algae eater, should be fine as well to be put in there. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take all this stuff that's in here that has beneficial bacteria on it, and I'm actually going to let it dry out, because I don't really want to, I kind of, if I have to set this 75, by the way, the 75 gallons also going right beside the pond, because I'm going to put the Norman in it, which is the mystery slider. And I'm actually going to take all these rocks and stuff out, and I'm just going to let them sit out for a while. So if I have to set this tank back up, it'll kind of be new, and I don't know, I just kind of want to set it up new. So all the turtles, the fish, and stuff are going. I'm just getting the filter right now. Now I'm letting go the goldfish real quick. Hey guys, so I just built this thing here to hold the filter properly, and then it also, so like it won't fall off, that is. You don't have to worry about it falling or anything. It's nice and sturdy on there. And then it also holds up this piece of wood, which will be the basking area. And now I'm back to my room, taking down the 30 gallon, the 75 gallon, and the 20 gallon. You can't see the 20 gallon, it's on top of my iguana's cage, but it is up there, and I am taking it down. And you'll see me clean it later with the rest of the tanks. Or I clean, you see me clean most of the tanks, not all of them, because, like I said, my phone kept dying. And here you can see I'm draining the 75 gallon tank to get it out there to put Norman in it, and to get all the turtles out and put all the fish in, as you can see in this clip. Put those three, the Shabunkin goldfish, the common Plecostomus, and the Siamese algae eater. And also I'm putting the oxygenator from the 75 gallon in here as well. Okay, so sorry for it's like super loud, but I guess it's kind of supposed to be. So this will be their new home. We'll see how it goes. The nice thing about back here is that it's fenced in, so if there's any way they can get out, which I don't think there is, then, or like, I don't know if they'll be able to climb over this. It's possible. I'll probably add another board there anyway, just to make sure, because I don't want to have to worry about it. Especially since I'll be leaving soon. So this will be where they are, and this is like the second best thing I can get for them. The best thing would be a natural pond, like out in my yard, like a full-on, like, you know, normal natural pond. This is second best to that, I would say, because they can't see through the sides. It's a proper tub, and it's huge, so it's big enough for all of them. So now I'll be adding Pee-wee, which I'm pretty sure isn't aggressive. Like, she doesn't seem to have any aggression. She does seem to be interested in other turtles, but I think in this much area it won't really be a problem anyway. I'm still not adding in Norman. He's staying in his own tank just because he's really aggressive. He seems to like to go after the other turtles. And then I have the other three smaller ones here. And as you can see, this basking area is really big, so they should all be able to sit here and bask. And I have this other piece of wood. I might like add that on as well. This piece. I could try to like make that a basking area as well if I wanted to do the same system with a nail. Actually, I think I might do that. Right like that. Have two of them. But yeah, that's pretty much it. And then the fish are going in here, so there'll be 14 goldfish, one being a Shabunkin, the rest being like comets or normal general like common goldfish. and then a big, decent sized pleco, I'd say like 10 inches, and then a, what is it called? A Siamese algae eater. So, well, I think we're going to be able to move this into my garage during the summer, and that's probably where all these turtles will stay. So, that's kind of the plan. I guess I'll release the fish. As you saw in the last clip that I released the fish, I just kept them in their water because it was just hose water from Norman's tank, and I don't think Norman has any issues. But these guys, this water is really dirty because I was doing a water change, so I'd say this water is about the same temperature. So I'm gonna reach in and grab them because this water is really dirty. Here's the pleco. There's the pleco, and he'll keep it nice and clean in here. And then here's the goldfish, who is about the size of the other goldfish, so it'll actually have a proper school now. And then here's the Siamese algae eater, which is a little bit crazy. So let's see if I can. I don't think I'm gonna be able to grab it out, honestly. It's like slimy because it's a catfish. So here, I believe it's a catfish anyway. Nope. I guess here, this is what I'll do. I'll just drain the majority of the water out. And then there he goes. So that should be good. I'm super excited because this is like I said, this is like the best I can do for my turtles. I think they'll be really happy in here. So yeah, I think it's gonna be super awesome. In this clip, I'm adding some pothos, and then I start to work on cleaning the tanks. And as you can see, I'm actually babysitting a dog right now, so that's why there's a different looking dog in these clips. But yeah, it's pretty simple. I've made videos about washing stuff before. I don't really hate it, but it's not my favorite thing to do. Okay, so just in case you guys were wondering, here's what my room looks like. I might have to put the 75-gallon back in here, so I'm going to leave this place empty. And then this had the gecko's cage, but I moved it back up there because the 20-gallon's no longer up there. And what I would do is maybe move that down there and then try to breed Cory catfish up here. But I am leaving tomorrow, so I'll be gone for 2.5 weeks, so there's really no point to set anything up there. So this is just kind of what the room looks like right now. It's very dark over here, which is kind of annoying, and I need to do water changes on that fish tank. Anyway, let's go out back and look at the final product. Okay, so first, what I didn't show in this video at all is setting up the 75-gallon, and that's what I mentioned at the beginning of the video. It's actually just because my phone died when I was filming it, I believe. I don't know. It was a while ago filming it, so I'm pretty sure my phone died. So here's the 75-gallon. It has a hang-on-back filter. Just has this one turtle Norman in here. And as you can see, the algae is going crazy on this tank, which is fine. I'm not really worried about it, and I think the rocks will look really cool eventually because they'll all be covered in algae. Same on this. Everything's just covered in algae. And I would put fish in here to clean it, but I really just don't want to have to worry about fish in any way. So I'm not, because obviously, like, I don't know, I just don't really want to worry about fish in with Norman. Then over here is the 300-gallon pond, or the 294-gallon, but I'm just going to round up because that's just too much to say, I think. It is cleared up quite a lot, I think, so we'll see if it's clear when I get back. But from reviewing footage, it looks like they're hungry. I'll feed them in a second. I'll go get the food and feed them on camera. But I think that the water has cleared up quite a bit. I went and got the food just now, so that's why I stopped it. And I'll just dump a bunch in because all these 14 goldfish really love to come up. They've gotten a lot more used to us already, and as you can see, they just love the food. And as you can also see that the Shabunkin goldfish is also fitting in quite nicely with the rest of them, which is pretty cool. And I haven't seen any fish get hurt in any way or anything like that, so I think it's big enough that the turtles can't catch them or anything. And then also I've seen the algae eater and the pleco around as well. But weirdly enough, I don't see very much algae in this tank like this one, which is kind of interesting to me. But at the same time, this one's getting light from all around, and this one's just getting light from the top. And also, this tank has a lot more dilution to it as well. It has a lot more filtration, and there's just a lot more water in it, obviously. So you can tell there's Pee-wee. She's somewhat, fine with me, I think. So she's not as tame as the other turtles, but I think she's getting there. And I don't think, at first it kind of seemed like we put them in here and then they just kind of hated us right away, but I think they're still getting really used to us coming out here, and us meaning food, or me and my dad. That's what I mean by us. And then over here you can see this thing's not exactly pretty, but I think it's functional. I added some more pothos, and I'm hoping that it is going to survive. And I redid in here, I put a bunch of these things, and then I put rocks on top, and as you can see, that's actually, I guess it's kind of filled up with crap or whatever at this point, because the water's actually staying in here. But it shouldn't be a problem, and if it gets too high, then it'll just fall out here. So I'm not going to worry about it at all. And these, I'm not worried about these wooden things not being able to hold it either, because they're pretty well built, they're fine. But I had the hang on back filter over here, but as you can see, it's now there because I needed a filter for this tank. And I was going to do a system like this, but I couldn't find a pump that would work well enough. So I didn't have one that would work well enough, so I couldn't do that. And then here I have the sponge filter. As you can see, one's over there, and then one's right down here. And then I have the strip that's all this stuff is plugged into under this box that I have here. And that's pretty much it. It looks like I might be getting 2 more turtles soon, so that should be interesting, but I won't be home when we get them, so I guess I'll see them when I get back from Arizona. But somebody just kind of contacted me about having 2 more red-eared sliders, so that should be interesting. I'm not sure if I'll have my dad set something else out or just add them into here. It kind of just depends on what they look like, I think. But everything is doing great, and yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm super excited. I was going to get in for the intro, but I'm kind of disgusting right now. I cleaned out the chicken barn at the fair because today was the day everything leaves. So my goats are now, they were loaded up last night, I assume, onto the truck, and then the chickens will be, we'll take them to the Amish tomorrow, and we pay the Amish to butcher them. So that's kind of exciting on my part in a way, because I don't have to take care of this stuff. And I mean, maybe somewhat sad to some people. Not really this year. Last year was more sad because we really liked our goats. This year they were a little bit more stubborn. I hope you enjoy this video. If you did, like it down below. If you have any comments or concerns, put in the comments below. And if for more content, then subscribe. Like I said, have a fantastic day, and be great.